Hi everyone, this is Lori Mueller with StampinDreams.com coming to you on Sunday, May 29th. And I want to welcome everyone to another session of Sunday Stampin' Dreams. And it's going to be a wonderful day of stamping this beautiful project. We still have the current occasions. I call it the occasions because it's still part of the spring, which we used to call it way back when, the occasions catalog. But it's the January through June mini catalog. Hey Linda, so good to see you. And there are so many products in there that I haven't pulled out and used yet. And the first one is the Rainbow of Happiness. Hey, Misty. Hi, Pam. Hey, Jocelyn. So the Rainbow of Happiness has been in my stamping stash and has yet to have been opened. So I thought today I would pull it out and then incorporate the new 2024 in colors. Hey, Patrick. Hi, Ellen. So good to see you. Hi, Kathy. So the in colors are just so vibrant, so beautiful. And you know, I always think of a rainbow when it's at its brightest, the most vibrant. After a nice good rain and we get the rainbow that comes across, and I have seen some beautiful, very vibrant, hey, Clarine, and I thought it was perfect to go with this rainbow set. So I'm gonna share with you a fun fold as well. And I'm kind of casing a card that was in, or that is in the mini catalog as well. So I'm kind of tweaking it, adding some a fun fold, and then using the new in colors. So pretty, love, love, love. Hey Judy, hi there. Hey Julie. So I think that outside of the announcements, the starter kit, which is using the benefit of the new in colors to anybody who wants to purchase the starter kit, a benefit for you. Purchase the starter kit, it's $99. You fill it with $125 worth of product, but then they add on $62 plus more of the in color products. So it comes to around $96.50 or something like that. It's like a buy one, get one. Plus with all of your purchases after that, then you have a 20% discount. So you can't pass this up. It is just amazing for the deal that Stampin' Up! Is offering for all of our crafters who want to get in on acquiring some of these in colors, and that would include all of the ink pads. So you don't want to miss out. If you are a lover of our Stampin' Up! Products and you find yourself purchasing quite a bit, it would be to your advantage if you purchase the starter kit, because there's no requirements that you hold classes or that you go to set up at vendor fairs or anything like that. You can just solely be in it for the love of crafting and getting a great discount on top of that. So hi Carol, so good to see you. I'm a little froggy today. I woke up yesterday. I could kind of feel it coming on, I don't know, must have been Friday. I felt like there was a sore throat, but then I thought, maybe I'm just making it up. I'm not very good at, I kind of ignore my own health issues. But yesterday I woke up just achy and a sore throat, and the nose was just kind of congested and draining and whatever. And so today I'm talking a little froggy and I'm still getting a lot of the drainage. I woke up again today with my body aching, but I'm starting to feel a little bit better now. So kind of moving around and trying to get some things done. And I always use crafting as my way of ignoring what's going on with me. It's just been one of my things that if I'm feeling bad, I go to my craft room. I start designing and start crafting, but it's in mix of a requirement. I have lots of deadlines that I need to meet before next week. So But on that note, bear with me with my voice, and I hope that I don't get a cough started, and we'll get some crafting done. Hey, Julie, so good to see you. So let's flip around and get started. All right, so we have the Rainbow of Happiness. Let me see if I can get my right here. And it's on page 18 of the mini catalog. I mean, I've had this set almost from the beginning, and I don't know what's taken me so long to use it, but it is a bundle. The images, and then there's some corresponding dies that go along with it. And then look at all these different examples. So beautiful. Now, this is the card that I am tweaking. I got my inspiration from this card right there to incorporate our new in colors. So we have that there. And you have all of these lovely dies. Now, these are attached so that they're nice and uniform. You don't have to try and line them up or, die cut individually each of the layers. And then the same with this one. It's all put together as one. And we're going to use one of the clouds. We're going to use one of the border die cuts right here. And then the only thing I'm using out of this stamp set is just the sentiment. But it's going to be so cute. So pretty. My nose is wanting to drip already. All right, so here is our card. Isn't that pretty? And it's got all of the new in colors. We've got a Tahitian Tide card base. We have this Starry Sky for our sentiment, and then also bordering the designer series paper. This is the 2022-24 designer series paper, one of the patterns. We've got our Parakeet Party, our Sweet Sorbet, and Orchid Oasis. Isn't that beautiful? I just love. And then I brought in some gold foil for the border. And then we're going to bring in these stitched rectangles. And I'll share with you a little thing that I opted to do here. And then I decorated the inside similarly to what the outside is. So added a little. Now I could have went up and down, made everything geometrically horizontal and vertical, but I decided to add this to the card front with a little bit of a tweaked angle. So cute, isn't it? Oh, love it, love it. All right, so we're going to get started with all the supplies that we need. And it's the, all of the instructions and measurements are on this card right here. So if you want to take a snapshot of it. All right. And we're going to start off with the Tahitian Tide card base. It's 5.5 by 8.5. I'm going to bring in my scoring tool, and we're going to score at 2 3/4 right there, and 7. Okay, and so this measurement in through here measures 4 1/4 right there. So, and you can do this with whatever measurements you want on either side. What I did is I just took my basic fold card and I just kind of went like this, like, oh, what looks good? And that's what I landed on. So that's how I came up with my scoring measurements right there. So we can go ahead and score, or we already scored. We're going to burnish the score lines. And then what you want to make certain is that the two edges line up, and then give it a nice burnish. And burnish just means I'm taking my bone folder and giving it a nice solid crease like that. All right. Now we have some die cutting and embossing. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do our sentiment. And for those of you that know me, I like to steal from wherever I can. So my sentiment is from the Starry Sky, but I'm going to steal it from this panel right here because no one's going to see the hole that's in there. So I'm going to bring in my embossing buddy. give it a nice de-static. I've got my white embossing powder, and I'm using the Sentiment with Versamark. And we'll get that inked up really well. And I'm just gonna stamp it right in the center there. Here we go. And then cover that. Don't be light on your powder. Just cover it up so that you have a nice coverage of your embossing powder. Now, magic is going to happen with our heat tool. And I'm going to put it on high, and when I go to melt this, I'm going to put my heat tool on low. Hey, Mary Ellen, nice to see you. All right, so now, melt this, and see how it gets to be a brighter white. Like that. And then give it a little boost of heat on the back side. And there we have it. Make certain that I got all of it. Now see, it looks a little dull right there. That means I didn't heat it up enough. So I'm gonna come in from the back and give it a, there we go. There, now we have it all. Yeah, so I always like to look at it at an angle if you have some good lighting, and it'll show you the really shiny portion, and if it's dull, that means that the powder hasn't fully melted onto the surface. So you want to zap it with a little bit more heat. Now that I have, I'm going to let this cool off a smidgen. And we're going to now die cut some of the rainbows. And we're going to have to cut 3 of them. But I can cut this and my Sentiment at the same time. And I'm bringing in my stitched rectangles, and I'm using the smallest of the skinny row right there. So we'll go ahead and put that on there. Get that. And this is going to be a tight fit, but it fits really well. Okay, now put this over top. So I'm going to double dip on my die cutting since I've got my big boss here. I've got the bigger bed to do that with. And then look at this. You could actually do something with that part. I don't know yet what, but it's something that you can decide for a later project. So I'm going to keep all of these different layers. I'm going to set them aside because then we're going to do a shuffle. And then my Sentiment, voila. All right, so we got that part done. And I can, now we need another rainbow, because what we're doing is a cut and shuffle of the rainbow layers. All right, so the other one I can do is the gold, and I can add this to the bed, and we'll go ahead and, oh, all right. Here we go. Now that wants to kind of float that border. Now with the border, because it gives a border, I'm going to have to get my Stampin', my trimmer out and trim off that that edging. But I need a second one, so I'm gonna remove all of these pieces because I need one for the inside as well. So I can collect my rainbow and set it aside and bring out my third color, which is the Orchid Oasis. And with the starter kit, you get a full pack, a variety pack of the in color cardstock. So if you're not sure which color is your favorite, the variety pack is perfect to play with. But at least then you'll have all of the ink pads to play around with your card making using those cardstock pieces. All right, so now put this through. There we go. And then this rainbow, they just come out so nicely. I'm done with that. And I'm done with my border. And then all I have to do is just trim off the edges and I'm good to go. Keep that aside. All right, now to bring in my trimmer. And we're just gonna trim the edge. I'm gonna trim it off of there. And just give it a nice little edging like that. And then we'll do the same thing over here. There we go. Perfect. So now what we want to do is start assembling. Oh, I forgot, I need one more stitched rectangle. And the one that I'm using for the outside is the third from the outside of the larger grouping. So I'm gonna get one of those. I forgot, I pre-die cut the inside, but I didn't do the outside. So we'll get this one die cut. I'm going to put it at an angle because I want to avoid the big speed bump. There we go. Makes it for a nice transition through. All right, now I'm done. Now what I wanted to do is I didn't want the traditional stitching all the way around. And I kind of got this from the card that's in the catalog as well. So I'm going to just barely put it over the trimmer edge. And we're going to trim that off. Just a hair over. There we go. That way I've got a nice up and down stitching along the edge. All right, so next is to assemble our rainbows. So we have 3 colors and we're going to do a little shuffling of them. So I'm going to take the smallest of this one, we'll take the middle one of this one, and then the third one. We don't need the large ones, so I can put those aside. And then I'm going to take the largest one here. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to 1, 2, 3. And then I have the remainder of the last one. Like that. And so these 3 you can use for another project or toss, however you like. All right, so now to assemble, and you can I think I started with the bottom one and then went to the top and then went to the middle to get them all lined up where I wanted them, because I wanted to make certain I didn't short myself on the top or the bottom by starting in the middle. All right, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna kind of put them in place so that way all I have to do is pick up each one and glue it down. And I'm using liquid glue. You can use the fine tip glue pen as well. And like that. Okay. And I'll straighten them out, but at least that gives me a ballpark of where to start. And then what I chose to do is start with the large ones on each of the groupings, and then I worked my way into the centers. All right, so I think that's, oops. And we'll get, kind of level it out on either side here. Make certain I did that. Whew. Yeah, that looks good. Oh, so easy to move. All right, now we'll do the large one on here. I just love these colors. They are so pretty. You know, usually I'm more of a subtle, down to earth, earthy colors, but I don't know, these just make me happy. All right. Oh, see, and that was the purpose I was going with the big first, because if I had something stick and I knocked off my dies, then I'd have to start all over. All right, and then this one. Like that. And now it's easy just to adhere all the others because I've got a nice starting place. I hope everyone's doing well, that you're staying healthy. You know, summer colds, they stink. I don't know how or who I was around that I got this, and maybe it's just something that I was destined to get already, but I'm hoping this will be my one and only for the summer. Does anybody have any big Memorial Day or the weekend plans? I think my daughters are going to come over with their husband and fiance, and we're going to smoke some ribs and some salmon and chicken, and then just eat all sorts of extra foods that I'll make. Potato salad and I forget what else oh, my daughters love Cheerio bars. I don't know if anybody knows what those are, but they're Cheerios and Rice Krispies and peanuts and M&Ms. I like to throw golden grams in mine too, so you get a little cinnamony taste along with that. But yeah, I made a big pan of that already. So my daughters will be extremely happy. Now, the one thing that I did pre-die cut are all of the clouds. I needed 5 of them. And I went ahead and pre-die cut those so that we would save some time. So I need, yep, there's 5. And we'll add those to my rainbows with dimensionals. But yeah, it'll be like a food fest tomorrow. Hopefully the weather will be nice. It was really yucky and rainy all last week, but all of that has kind of gone away. Maybe it's headed to the East Coast or somewhere. All right, so now I am gonna go off the edge of my paper a little bit, a little focal area, which is okay. All right, and then, so each rainbow has to have a set of clouds with it. There we go. Oh, I don't need one on this one. I need it up here because my sentiment is going to go across that section. So we'll put it up there. And then this one goes right there. Whoop. Oh, helps if you take the backing off. All right, let's try that again. There. Isn't that cute? Love, love, love. All right, so now we're going to take this, and I think I need, let me see, 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm just going to cut it right down. Give it a little trim right there. Oh, Carol, you thought you were getting a cold? You got COVID. Oh my gosh, I hope you're okay. I hope that it's not, you know, too detrimental. Geez, that's, oh, there goes Sophie. Somebody must be at our door. All right. And then I think I'm going to trim this off just a smidgen more. There we go. Now to add to the back side of our front panel. Like that. And so now we have a better idea, especially at nighttime, why Sophie is always barking at the front door. We have cameras on the front door area, and there is a fox that has been spending a lot of time around our area. And so now we know that she must be sensing that fox in the neighborhood. Let's see, cover that up just a, there we go. Because we got the little guy on our camera and he's so adorable. Yeah, it's just interesting. And it was raining, he was all wet. Let's see, I think I'm gonna cut this one off. And we're gonna do the same thing with this gold piece to the inside. So we're gonna go ahead and line our piece that we can write our message on to a gold piece. I'm kind of bringing what's in the front of our card to the inside. There we go, like that. Yay. All right, now we need to start adding these layers to our card front. But yeah, there's a family of fox that has been, they've been getting bolder and bolder, or more accustomed to people being around. It's amazing, you know, we're in town and all of these wildlife. I grew up on a farm and I see more wildlife here in town than I remember. I mean, I remember, you know, seeing a lot of wildlife on the farm, but You know, I didn't see as many fox in my childhood on the farm as I have here. It's been fun, so fun to watch them. A friend of mine, her backyard, she has a mom and dad and a kit, you know, a baby fox. And so that's been kind of fun to watch her videos. She's been videotaping the family, just frolicking and playing around in her backyard. It has been so cool. Okay, get that. And then we'll add this side. I'd much rather have a fox than possum. I'm not much of a fan of possum. We have coons that like to feed off of my crabapple tree because it has berries on it. They're not eating, you know, the eating type of berries, but they do bear fruit in that sense that it feeds the raccoons. They'll climb up in the tree and feed right off of it. All right, we'll go ahead and put this on the inside. Get this added. I'm just going to center it. Oh, get that piece out of there. Come on. There we go. Looks good. There. And then it looks just like what's going to be on the outside. And we're going to attach this with dimensionals. And I have to be careful to not go beyond a certain point. So I want to stay on this side of the cloud and about that section right there. So go about right here. And maybe about right there. Because then what I'm going to do is line, let's see, we'll do this and that. And then I'm going to add a couple along this section for safety measures that I'm not going outside of the boundaries there. All right, so we'll peel all these off. There we go. And I'm just going to watch my corners and centering like such right there. Now to bring in my sentiment that is going to, on this side is going to be overlapping that cloud, and then I'm going to add dimensionals to the rest of it so that it all evens out. So let's see, I want to make certain that I don't want to have a dimensional on the foil area. So we'll avoid that part. And to turn it upside down gives me the best visual because it's kind of the same way on the other side. And like so. And there we have it. We have our second card with a fun fold using the Rainbow of Happiness bundle. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, so pretty. And like I said, with the In Color starter kit, you get all of these products, the grid paper, a pack of variety In Color cardstock, all of the ink pads, and a full pack of the designer series paper. So if you're interested in what that looks like, you get every single ink pad. You'll get a full package of the designer series paper, which I used on, this is one of the patterns in our card that we have, and then a full package of the variety pack of In Colors. And like I said, this comes to about $92, almost $93, and or 60 some dollars, because The starter kit is $99, but you fill it with $125 worth of product, which is giving you $26. When you add it to this, then it comes to $92. So it's almost like a buy one, get one with the starter kit. So you don't want to miss out on this. This is just, it's a great, great deal. And who doesn't like a discount? So if you enjoyed this project and you want to place an order for these supplies, because like I said, this Rainbow of Happiness is available in the January through June mini catalog. It does expire the end of June. Place a minimum order of $35 in my store. You can go to stampindreams.com, and I will send you the supplies to create this card plus another card. You'll get 4 kits, and you'll get the supplies to make 2 of each card style. And so that's what I have available for you today. So let's... And yeah. So what did you think? I hope you enjoyed that. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Misty. So good to see you. I hope you're feeling well. Hi, Pam. Oh, my gosh. This was so much fun to make, and I'm glad that I had the inspiration from the mini catalog to help me get started. As you can see, I tweaked it a little bit, changed the colors to be all the in colors because those colors are beautiful. So I want to wish everyone a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're joining the replay, thank you for finding me and catching the replay. I will not be here next Sunday because I'm traveling to Utah with a bunch of my demonstrator friends. We are going to the location where they used to have Founders Circle. So I will be hanging out with about 80 plus demonstrators and just really soaking up all the friendships, all the loves, all of the laughter and everything. So I won't be here next Sunday. But until then, I'll be here the following week, and maybe I'll be able to pop in midweek with something. I'm going to have a lot of card swaps, so I can be sharing some of that as well. So until then, have a great rest of your afternoon. Be safe, and happy Memorial Day weekend. Bye.